Our next presenter is Dr. C.V. Jain.
Full screen.
Your display option.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Good morning, everyone. So myself, Dr. Shivi Jain. I'm going to present my retrospective study on evaluation of changes due to hydroxychloroquine drug use on retinal electrical activity using multifocal ERG. So there's no financial disclosure. And so as we all know, hydroxychloroquine is a commonly prescribed anti-inflammatory medication for treating rheumatologic and dermatologic conditions. The multifocal ERG is a more recent electrophysiologic test that detects and localizes distinct areas of outer retinal damage in the macula and paramacular as well as discrete peripheral areas. So an abnormal MFERG generally reflects foveal cone or bipolar cell dysfunction along with source of vision loss. So the purpose of my study was to investigate the effect of SCQ drug on retinal electrical activity using multifocal ERG. So I've used single center based retrospective study design done in Netradhama Super Speciality Eye Hospital, Bangalore. We had two groups, HCQ group and control group. So in HCQ group, we have 108 eyes of 55 patients. And data was collected on variables concerning medical history, ocular history, visual acuity, anterior segment findings, fundus examination, and multifocal ERG from medical records. Similarly, in the control groups, we have taken 58 eyes of 29 healthy subjects and similar variables were studied. So it was performed on TOMI EP 1000 Pro using DTL electrodes and ground electrode attached to earlobe. Stimuli comprised an array of 61 hexagon as per ICEF guidelines. So these were the tests done for statistical analysis. And so as we see in result, mostly were females, and mean duration of HCQ use was 5.35 years. Indication for HCQ was mainly rheumatoid arthritis. And fundus finding, mostly they were normal, and two subjects have shown RPE changes in both the eyes. One has shown ERM in both eyes, one in ERM in one eye, and the other one drusen. So visual acuity has started on Logmar. Mostly they had less than 0.1 in the right eye, similarly in the left eye. And as we can see the results, so there was a statistically significant decrease in ring amplitude density in the rings 1 and 2, while the peripheral rings results were comparable with the control group, while there was increase in implicit time, but it was not statistically significant. Similar results can be was interpreted on box and whisker plot. This is a multi-line chart showing median changes in value from ring 1 to ring 5 in both HCQ and control group. And as you can see on ring 1 and ring 2, there's significant changes. Similarly, multi-line chart showing amplitude values from ring 1 to ring 5. And as you can see, ring 1 and ring 2 are showing the significant difference. So as we all know, SCQ is widely used in treatment of rheumatoid arthritis and SLE, and it initially causes photoreceptor damage and shows classical parafoveal distribution. It is tolerated well, but prolonged use is associated with the risk of macular toxicity. Conventional ophthalmic investigation do not pick up early HCQ changes, and HCQ retinopathy screening is still an area of debate. Novel technologies like standard domain OCT, FAF, and multifocal ERG detects earliest structural and functional changes. So AAO guidelines for screening HCQ toxicity, they have also recommended multifocal ERG as an objective test. And similar results as our studies, they were published in American Journal of Ophthalmology. Study was done by Adrian C. et al. And Seng et al. And Jonathan S. Lyon. And Mels Arbi and Mamar Arif have also noted similar results in the study. We have compared 110 eyes of 55 patients with normal visual acuity and fundus and who were on HCQ for more than 5 years with a control group, and we have found that ring 1 and ring 2, both P1 response densities were significantly lower. So I would like to conclude that MFERG is an excellent tool for early detection of HCQ toxicity in the macula. It can be used as an objective test to screen patient on long-term HCQ, which enables to detect toxicity before vision is affected. Limitation of study, cumulative dose of HCQ was not taken into consideration, and comparison with visual field and standard domain OCT would give more information. So these were my references. Thank you.
Thank you.
A very good study. I was actually about to ask about the cumulative dose and also about the OCT, so you put it in your limitations. If you have done OCT, what were the common things you observed in patients with?
So actually, mainly we have done multifocal ERG only, but in few patients we have done standard domain OCT also. So in that we have seen the changes in the photoreceptor and RPE layer basically.
Okay, so majority of your patients were RA patients, no? Rheumatoid arthritis, you said.
Rheumatoid,
HCQ.
yes.
Any other you can expect any other group of patients who will be on use of HCQs
like people who are on HCQ mainly, so they can be SLE, like some
Yeah.
patient were.
Dermatological, usually
Yes.
most of the times. We can use.
Yes.
Thank you.
What was the duration of dosage of hydrochloroquine to these
So,
patients? And
Huh. So as I have told earlier, mean duration was 5 years in our patient. Like mostly patient were more than 5 years they were using.
how did you correlate, this hydrochloroquine toxicity along with other clinical symptoms? Like, what was the first sign or the symptom that you saw other than this investigation that you did?
That's what
Did you
this
ever-
investigation showed the changes before they got any symptoms. Actually,
like
they were
color
sent for
blindness?
investigation by their rheumatologist. So we did
These patients were referred to you by the rheumatologist.
yes.
They didn't come to you on your own. Either
Some
with-
patient came directly, and we asked history and all. That time also we took, and mostly rheumatologists also referred.
Did you correlate the incidence of color blindness with this?
No, we have not.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.